Welcome back to Adultish. Welcome back to Adultish Wines, whiners. We just had to get a burp out of the way.
Oh, no, that was clearing my throat.
Clear your throat.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. No problemo at all. Howard, welcome to Adultish Wines. Howard Jerome.
Yeah.
Jerome, what am I calling you today? Who are you?
So
today?
That's almost a philosophical question.
It's a Friday. It's a Friday night. Who are you?
Today, I don't know yet. I'm about to be a menace today. It's been a very long week, so we'll see.
You're about to be a menace.
My name might be Tom today. I don't know.
Whoa, not Tom.
No, it's kind of basic, right?
What's your middle name?
Jerome. Yeah.
Oh, what's your last name?
Edwards. I have 3 first names. The
I was
S does
just
make
gonna
the last
comment
name.
on
Yeah,
that.
no.
And okay,
I've been getting that forever.
Why do your parents hate you?
Which is crazy that you say that because my brother's name is Khalil. So I'm one of 13 kids, and they all have Arabic names because half my family is Muslim.
Okay.
I inherited my name. So it's my grandfather's name is Howard.
Okay.
My dad's name is Howard. My name is Howard. My son's name is Howard.
Howard the Fourth is your son.
He's the third because my grandfather's name, he doesn't have Jerome in his name. So it's Howard Edwards, Howard Jerome Edwards, Howard Jerome Edwards Jr., which is me, and then Howard Jerome Edwards the third.
Wow. I love that we're getting right into it. Let me ask you this. Are you with the mother of your child?
No, but we're cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
So when she was having this baby and you guys were talking about names, were you like, the baby has to be a fourth or a third? Sorry.
So she was, here's a list of names I came up with, and I said, no, my son's not going to be named after some other guy. That's not how I said it, but yeah. And then she was like, what do you mean? I was like, my son's going to have my name. And she was like, whoa, blah, blah, blah. I was like, yeah, that's cool. No. So.
Whoa.
Yeah.
You were like Howard Jerome Edwards.
I'm a very proud man. And
okay, that's fine.
So
that's good.
Like,
but she is carrying this baby, and it is half and half.
It's exactly half and half. So I was like, if we fight about it, whoever wins the fight gets to name the child. She goes, fine, you can name we can name him Howard.
That's funny. I asked this because I have so many. I shouldn't say so many. I know of a few direct friends who have babies with a second, a third, and the dad was like, it's important to me.
So I will say, like, it's a point of pride, like, to be honest, like being able to say, because it's not really like a thing anymore. It kind of is like dying out. And so one thing when I was growing up, like my dad's always like, what's your name? So if anything was like rough, and me and him we have like a rocky relationship, but anytime me and him were on great terms, it's always, so what's your name? Like, who are you? Like, and it was like, I want to be able to have that same kind of legacy with my child. It's not something grandiose of like, oh, pass my name down, blah, 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 blah. It's just something that ties you back to like kind of like a rooted thing.
Yeah.
So,
no, it's pretty cool. And even the way that you just explained it, like that gives some, I guess, added insight to, and I like that. Like, who are you?
Yeah.
And that is why people do say to introduce yourself first and last name.
They always say that a person's favorite word is their name. So, and if you can tie that back to like a legacy or history, it kind of just, you don't feel so lost. Like you feel kind of like grounded in something.
Poetic, Howard. I like that.
It's Friday. We're switching gears. So.
Like you said, we're about to be a menace. We're going to be everywhere. Yeah. Okay. Welcome to Adultish Wines Podcast, where we're grown enough to pay bills, but messy enough to still text our exes. Grab a glass of wine and let's get adultish. Okay. So I haven't known you long, met you recently at a singles dating mixer, although you're not single.
No. But,
which
I just like
concerning.
to bring the vibes.
There for the vibes. Yeah. No, you were there because you were in partnership with That's What He Said podcast and Wingr dating app, which is a dating app that you created with your business partner, which we're going to get into for sure. And I am so excited to pick your brain about that a little bit more, especially even knowing that you're dating someone too. So that'll give some good. And you're a man who has dated in this life.
And I'm a man who's been on dating apps and, man, mixed reviews on most dating apps.
Yeah. Who's the victim here?
Oh, me. I'm horrible on dating apps. Absolutely horrible.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
I might, like, if we were on a dating app, I would hate you. You don't respond. You don't. I mean, no, wait.
No, you're giving me way too much credit already. If I don't respond, oh, no, my bio has always been trash. So basically, we'll get into it.
Yeah, because I'm wondering how you're supposed to have a successful dating app when you don't know how to be on a.
There's no pressure for me in that sense.
Okay, we're going to get into it, but I do know that you're a Capricorn, which I think we're going to get along.
What are you?
I'm a Capricorn.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm not super big into astrology. I want to be. I want to be better about it. But it seems like you're a hard worker. You have like 37 different jobs.
Mm-hmm.
Like you have a full-time job and then other hobby,
I have 3 full-time jobs.
3 full-time jobs.
Basically, yeah. Sleep is an
So
option.
we love that. We value that as a Capricorn. Do you consider yourself Yeah, we just learned that you're kind of stubborn.
Oh, extremely, yeah.
Okay, same. Yeah. What else? What's another like one quality like Capricorn that you stand by?
I like nice things.
What?
I like nice things.
Oh my God, I just recorded an episode, the solo episode before this. I was talking about like, damn, I like nice things. It's hard to like nice things.
100%. Like, I mean, if you just think about what I ordered at the bar, they gave me 2, and I was like, no, that one. I want the most expensive one that was there. Yeah.
What did you order? What was the tequila?
The Don Julio Reposado. Like,
okay.
Even between
I like
the 2
Reposado too.
It's better.
I'm always going to choose Reposado.
There was more effort made in creating that one versus the Blanco.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Wait, I've never dated a Capricorn. I wonder how that would
So you mentioned my son's mom. She's a Capricorn too.
Oh, and it didn't go well, obviously.
Well, no, I wouldn't say that.
Okay.
It's challenging in some regards. Me and her are like actually very, very cool.
Okay.
Our birthdays are about 9 days apart. Yeah.
What is the date of your birthday?
January 3rd.
Okay.
So I'm a January Capricorn, if that means anything.
I'm January 14th.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
I don't know what that means. I just said that.
I mean, I don't know either, but we're in the same one.
Yeah. I'm not super big into astrology, and most people that meet me, they give me like a fire sign. A mutual friend of ours thought I was a Sagittarius. Mm-hmm. Don't know why, but Sagittarius back over there.
What month is that again?
I think it's right before. I think it's December. Yeah. December. So it's like coming into ours.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So we're supposedly like not exciting and all that stuff, and I've always had a problem with that because, again, I'm a menace. So
yeah,
that part doesn't jive. But the hardworking, being worldly and grounded makes sense.
Okay.
But and then like was motivated by like material things 100%. Like,
okay, you stand by those.
Yeah, I'm in a rental car right now and I hate it.
Oh, what happened?
I just gotta get a few things fixed on mine.
Okay.
But it's not my car, and I'm like,
yeah, it doesn't have the things that the normal things.
Exactly.
Yeah, I feel you.
And it's a Kia Soul, and I'm 6'4", so it's a big person fitting in this little tiny box thing. So
yeah, I couldn't have got a bigger one.
I mean, so the other thing about Capricorn is frugal. So I'm like, I'm not going to spend this amount of money just to for 2 days when my car's in the shop.
All right, yeah. I can get with that.
So maybe I am a Capricorn.
You are a Capricorn. Yeah. Well, welcome to Adultish Wines.
Thank you.
Happy to have you. Yeah. We play some games on Adultish Wines. Are you interested in that?
No, not at all.
It's kind of a game.
Who likes fun?
Yeah, I know. Don't have any fun ever. Yeah. Okay, as y'all know, sometimes we talk about hard things on the pod, and the stigma around mental health is one of them. That's why I'm so happy to have BetterHelp Therapy as a sponsor. There's no shame in the therapy game. You don't need to have a serious clinical mental health issue like depression or anxiety to go to therapy. You can just be a regular human with a regular humanish to figure out. Therapy can even just help you with everyday tools for everyday life. BetterHelp's mission is to make therapy more affordable and accessible. I know finding a therapist can be the most intimidating step of starting this journey, and the benefit of BetterHelp is that it's online, remote, and you get matched with a professional therapist within days. Use the link in the description of this episode or go to betterhelp.com/adultish. It's so easy, you will not regret it. Don't be scared. If you don't love the first therapist you're matched with, you can easily switch. That's one of the things I was worried about. When I tell my whole life story to one person, I have to switch to another one because I'm not really getting along. So this one, you don't have to worry about the network, the insurance, blah, blah, blah. So if you need an unbiased professional to vent to, or whether you have anxiety, PTSD, depression, or family issues, I think BetterHelp is a great place to start. Click the link in the episode description or go to betterhelp.com/adultish for 10% off your first month. Love you, Wine. Any fun ever. Yeah. Okay, we're going to play Wine of the Week. So these are from winers that I've collected over the past. My listeners are winers, and they've submitted them to me on IG or email, and I save them, and then I bring the ones that make sense.
I guess we had a cheers first.
Oh, my God.
Yes, we didn't do that.
Embarrassing.
It was you thought I burped, so you were too busy laughing at me. So
true.
Yeah.
So true. Okay. This is, I actually don't know what this is. Okay, it's just a red, but it is from, have you been to Nice Winery? It's here in Houston.
Mm-mm.
It's in Spring Branch.
I didn't even know we had wineries out here.
It's really good. I love them. I'm a member. Very adult of me.
So this just gives me an idea for a partnership. Again, the Capricorn thing. We'll talk after. But
okay,
yeah,
cool. Love it.
I just recently got into wine when I went to Greece, and I became in that week absolute wino. Like,
okay.
Yeah.
Love that. What was your favorite?
Aceteco. It was
never heard of it.
So it's only in Santorini, but it's like a white wine that is very. The key word I learned was minerality. So
yeah, no, you're a wino.
Yeah, yeah. But I tasted it and I was just like, oh god, this is great. Like,
oh my gosh!
I was quite literally walking around with a bottle of wine in my hand.
Oh, fun!
Just chugging this.
Oh my god, that sounds like a blast. I want to go to Greece.
Greece is amazing. 100% recommended.
Yeah.
Just don't try to do too many islands in too short of a time.
Okay, take your time.
I went 4 islands in a week and a half. Very stressful.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So
space it out a bit better.
Yeah.
Okay. Wine of the week. Matching, and you just tell me, like, basically, we'll just conversate about this. Fuck. Conversate. It's not a word.
Not even gonna say anything about that. I was gonna let it ride. It's fine. You know?
No, never let it ride. Always call me out. I'm the biggest make fun of myself.
The worst one I've ever heard is when people say obliviate. I'm like, I hate that word.
I've never said that.
Oh, it was a thing for a while.
Is that a mix of obliterate and oblivion?
That's what I thought. Apparently it is a word, but it
really is?
Not really, though. It's like kind of a word.
Okay, that's kind of like conversate.
Yeah. It works.
Okay.
As long as people know what it is.
Ready? Wine of the week. Matching on a dating app and never saying anything.
That's typical. Or
yeah.
Yeah, that's very typical. It's skewed one way. A group of people have that happen more often than not, but
women have that
100%,
happen.
Yeah.
The men aren't saying anything.
No.
Yeah.
The women are matching. Yeah, the
Why?
women are matching and not saying anything. Oh, it's too many options. Way too many
women
options.
are matching and not saying anything?
Yeah, they'll match with someone, but because their inboxes are flooded, some people will get set, like just get completely ignored for sure.
Okay, but I'm a woman and here I want you to say something to me first. I'm the woman.
So you have the Bumble mentality.
Yeah, that's why I'm not on.
Oh,
no. Opposite of Bumble.
Sorry, I misunderstood what you said. Yeah, no, that's actually how it should be, and that was one of the biggest gripes about like Bumble is that men feel like they're supposed to say something first, and Bumble doesn't allow that.
Yeah.
So if guys aren't saying anything first to you, I find that hard to believe. I feel like maybe a lot of guys are saying things first, and then maybe you're not responding.
No. Really?
We got to look at your profile.
Yeah, we got to look at the profile. Yeah. Oh, I didn't prepare for that.
maybe this is going to have a little bit of improv here.
Yeah. Okay, when a guy says, I'm spontaneous, but it really means he just doesn't plan dates.
Anybody who claims anything, spontaneous is like one, they're probably not that. So
right.
So like when you hear people say like, I'm super empathetic, you're probably extremely selfish.
Oh.
Always believe the opposite.
Well, that's a very negative mentality, Mr. Capricorn.
Pessimistic.
Pessimistic, yeah. Wait, is that a...
Hey, another check in the box.
No, that's not always true.
So the way I look at it, right, with that particular thing is how often are you professing this? If you have to tell people that you're something, so you have to tell someone that you're spontaneous and they can't tell you're spontaneous, it's what you want to be perceived as,
right?
Not necessarily what you are.
Yeah.
So I can say I'm a menace. You don't have to actually like hear me say that. Just go out with me. You'll see it yourself. I never have to tell anyone I'm a menace. And I came to this like philosophy back in college because I used to say all the time, I'm a very chill guy. I'm cool. I'm chill, whatever. And I can tell you exactly where I was when this happened. But a very good friend of mine who's out in LA right now, I said, I'm a chill guy. And she just busted out laughing. She says, no, the fuck. Can I cuss on you? Yeah. She's like, no, the fuck, you're not. I was like, what do you mean? She's like, you're quite literally the opposite of chill. I was like, no, I'm pretty cool, calm, and collected. She said, no. I was like, prove it. She pulls up her phone and just starts showing videos of me out in the wild. And I was like, oh, I think we have different definitions of what chill is.
Yeah, different definitions.
Someone says they're spontaneous, they're not spontaneous. I think you're right.
I mean, and I will definitely say I've experienced people literally saying that on a dating app when, you know, eventually like there'll be a conversation like, oh yeah, like we should get together or we should do this or what's the plan? Like those type of vibes. And they'll just say like, yeah, I'm kind of last minute. I'm more spontaneous. And
that was the truth part. I'm last minute.
Yeah.
Weighing options.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I would like to say, like, I would love to be spontaneous with you as a partner, as dating. So fun. Would love to randomly go do things. But I need to, like, know you, trust you, feel comfortable with you first. I'm not going on a spontaneous trip as a first date or a spontaneous date. Like, I want a plan.
So what you just said actually kind of sparked a question that I haven't thought about yet.
Uh-oh.
No, it's not a bad one. It's actually
Okay.
more revealing, right? You should ask them if they're introverted or extroverted. Because going back to our conversation we were talking about earlier, right? Like tapping out, like socially and mentally, right? Just ask them, like, are you introverted or extroverted? That would lead to a conversation and say, are you basing this off of like your social battery? Because if they're spontaneous, it could be code word for maybe I have to gauge where I am socially. Maybe I just want to stay at home and watch The Office for the 13th time,
right?
14th time, you know?
Yeah.
That might be what they mean. They're
okay.
For them, they could be spontaneous because they're like, oh, I feel social today. Like that
Do you
could be
have any,
spontaneous.
like, behavioral study background?
We
Mental
have
health?
like anecdotal stuff, but most of those things, I really don't want to reveal too much about myself, but most of these things are like based off of things that I observed because that's what got me into the space.
Okay.
So my partner had this idea initially, like diving into it.
No, we're going into it. Actually, let's go. Let's talk about the origin of Wingr dating app.
So 2020 pandemic starting to lift over. I get the years fuzzy, but somewhere around there.
Okay.
My partner has this idea, yada, yada, yada. Me and him are sitting down for a beer because me and him actually just became friends maybe like a year prior to that. And I'm griping because I just became single during the pandemic, like 50% of the people out there. And I'm like, yo, I don't know how I don't do well on these things. Like, I do well in real life. Like, what is this? Like, not to like be, very arrogant
not to
or whatever,
toot your own horn.
But yeah, I'm like, I do well in real life. Like, how am I not doing well on this? And so he had a few suggestions, and I was like, I don't want to do all that. Like, the barrier for me was like, it was too much effort for that. I'd rather just go meet somebody in person.
Okay.
But the question came down to like, how are we bridging this gap between these types of different things? And we started talking about this, and I was like, well, what I see in terms of like how people behave is something that's like actually missing from these apps. And so we kind of explored that, and we can dive into that a little bit later, like how Wingr is a little bit different than most apps.
Yeah.
There's a behavior that lacks from all these things. And so like going back to your question, like, is there behavioral studies? No, most of this stuff is just me observing what I've seen in dating. And then we discuss these things, and we'll see if there's any other studies or trends or anything that's been put out there. So a lot of the work that goes into like embedding like this behavioral study into like dating apps, we're actually doing that on our own and trying to figure these things out and find those things out and actually put these in our apps. So things like, for example, we have a feature that's called Set the Mood. Well, if you look at like text-based communication, there's a lot of nuance that happens in communication that doesn't translate into a phone. And so we've put subtle ways into the app so you can actually send these things out into the conversation without having to say, hey, you've made me feel uncomfortable. Because just think about that. You can make a face in a conversation, and I'm the person receiving this. And I'm like, oh.
Like just now.
Yeah. And I can adjust. But you don't have to feel awkward telling me you feel uncomfortable. You just respond. And I don't have to feel awkward because you're saying this out loud. But once you verbally say, hey, I'm uncomfortable, the whole dynamic of the conversation changes. And so that's the issue, is like you can do something subtly, and then people can make incremental adjustments, and then you can see where the conversation goes.
Let me bring a real life example into this. And I love this already. Someone says something a little too intimate or sexual.
Yeah, 100. And that's one.
And it happens all the time.
Ones,
and it makes me so uncomfortable. And I'm like, how dare, in my head, I'm like, how dare you, what makes you think, what from my photos made you think that I wanted you to comment on my ass?
Yeah, because maybe you were just trying to show
I'm just trying to show a full body photo.
Show your height.
Yeah,
so that
exactly.
You like
That's my goal.
All these other nuances of the photo.
So how would I, with Wingr dating app, set the mood there?
Well, first you have to decide if you even want to have the conversation. So that's the first thing. But after that, like you can literally say that you're grossed out. And so what happens is that it sends an emoji, and the background of the receiver's end changes colors to reflect that emoji and that feeling. And so these colors have been researched since the 60s. There's a whole lot of color psychology that we associate with things. So the way that restaurants and fast food joints like pick their colors to influence spending and your cravings for food, all of this is backed by science. So we've taken those same types of studies, looked into them more to see like what other moods are influenced by colors, and we've applied that same logic to the app. So that way you can subtly say this. You can just send an emoji. Everyone knows if you send like heart eye emoji, like what that means. We all like social norms dictate like how we ascribe like definitions to these things, right? So we're taking those things and we're watching those things and we're infusing those into the apps. So like we're focused heavily on post-match optimization is what we call it. So essentially, because matching is easy. Guys being on a dating app is extremely easy to get on. Like it's just, hey, wait, there's more opportunities to meet people that we want to talk to. Perfect, we're there. For women, it's how do we get more women on here so they feel more seen, heard, and understood. So it's optimization of that conversation so things like that don't happen. Because you also, I'm assuming, don't want to come across as mean or a bitch or any of those things.
Yeah,
right?
Because there has been times where I'll ignore that comment and I'll try and bring it back home. Like,
and you match
switch
for
it
a
up.
reason.
I matched for a reason. I was attracted to them or like their profile or what have you. And then you just blew it.
And there's like that stigma of if I'm too direct by saying, hey, that was gross, then of course you're a bitch versus just setting boundaries.
That's exactly what I was going to say. I've ignored it in the past and then I've been like, okay, that didn't work. So the next person I match with, I said, like, hey, please don't say something like that. Like we haven't even met yet, like things like that. And it's just like, I can't win.
I have 8 sisters. And so I would immediately be like, yo, go the more direct route, but thinking about, again, like the dynamics of how like people communicate and being extremely aggressive in a conversation isn't normally the way to like make it a conversation like progress. So we've thought about like how do you subtly give away what you're thinking without having to say you're a creep.
That's very cool. Yeah. Okay, so what's another element of the app or quality of the app that's different than
everyone else?
Yeah.
So let me ask you this. Have you ever matched with somebody and look at your friend and be like, yo, what do you think about this? I don't know what to say. Should I add something here?
Yeah, of course. All the time.
All of that can happen within the app. So that's actually the reason why we built the app, is that behavior was observed. Not even just that, because women aren't the only ones that do it. Guys do it. We do it a lot.
I was listening to a podcast and someone said, if you don't think that guys are asking how to respond or what to say to text message or a dating app, like you're crazy. And I just like never thought you guys were doing that. I'm an idiot, I guess.
No. There's a lot of information out there that say men and women communicate very, very differently. We don't. There's subject matter that's different, and how we communicate those things on the surface seems different. But if you look at these things side by side, we do very similar things. So I can tell you like point blank, like my friends, when I was on these dating apps and all that, when I was single, my friends, I'd always show them like, yo, what do you think about this girl? I know what I'm attracted to. My friends aren't attracted to the same type of women that I'm attracted to. 9 times out of 10.
Okay.
What I'm going to say, they're not going to say the same thing. For me, it was having kind of like that validation of like, yeah, I'm going to say this. And then I wouldn't even go with what they said, but I still wanted like some checks and balances in place, right?
Howard Jerome Edwards, you're making some sense.
I tried to.
Tom, you're making some sense.
Well, so my default, actually I shouldn't say this on camera because like some people are like, oh, I knew that was him. I have a couple pseudomonyms.
Okay.
I have to do some social experiments while I'm out. So.
Yeah, you're an extrovert.
Oh, 100%.
Do you need to recharge? Well, you need to recharge after this podcast
recording.
No.
After this, I'm going to probably go out for a bit, and then I'm going to go out a little bit more.
Okay, you're extroverting tonight.
I'll recharge maybe like Monday or Tuesday of next week.
Oh my God, are you like a party boy?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Really?
Yeah,
what's your age?
I'm 35.
Okay.
I've calmed down. Unfortunately, this is my calm down.
Okay. All right.
I party maybe like once or twice a month, maybe.
Okay.
But
I'm not judging.
Yeah, if you're judging, I don't even care. I'm fine.
No,
with
this is a safe space. I don't give a fuck.
See, now that's where I like. I don't think we need safe spaces. I think people are getting too.
Why? You don't want to feel free to talk about what you want to talk
No, I
about?
feel like you should feel free to talk about whatever you want to talk about,
Yeah.
regardless of it being safe. Like that's one of the like a controversial point that I have. I think that
Interesting.
I think safe spaces don't allow people to kind of like dig in and actually check what they think.
Okay.
I like to be challenged. Tell me I'm wrong. Because then I have to go fact check.
Same. Like I said, like call me out if I say a word wrong. I mean, like adultish wines in general, the reason why I say it's a safe space, it's for everyone. It's for the average everyday human. Yeah. It's for athletes, celebrities, comedians, so that definition I can get different opinions. Totally fine. Like I don't often bring up politics on this show. Somebody will, and that's fine. We can totally have a conversation about it.
That can be
but like I don't care. Like if it's what you want to talk about, let's do it. You know, that's what I mean by safe space.
What I've run into like when people start speaking about like safe spaces, they mean like echo chambers, and I'm like, you don't need
No. We can disagree in this space.
Yeah. Then
you can call me out. I can call you out. Yeah.
I assume that. Yeah.
Okay.
Cool. I figured so. Yeah. But So it's a interesting dynamic with like going back to like behavioral conversation. Yeah. Like looking at that and actually seeing the conception is that we communicate differently, and sometimes in a lot of ways we do, but the ultimate like underlying like motivations behind what people are looking for, like what they're trying to get across, are most times pretty much similar, and even our behaviors are like the same. Now, what attracts you and engage and starts that like behavior could be different,
right?
But I'm sure that guy, I would say if he's the average guy, he might have thought he was giving you a compliment. And I saw this thing on YouTube yesterday. Actually, I was watching Shark Tank, and
you seem like you would watch Shark Tank. Oh, you look like you would watch Shark Tank.
So obsessed with Shark Tank right now. Like the hours I've watched. And
that's cool.
Not even for advice, it's just kind of interesting to watch, right? And there was this company that does like gift packaging, right? And so Damon John said something where he was like, "Yeah, you know, I've given my girlfriends crossbows and fishing poles. I thought I'm giving a great gift." The other person was like, "What is this?" So like, he put in time, effort, was being thoughtful. And the girl receiving it was like, "What is this? This is not my interest." And so like if you like break down that communication, like between what he's thinking he knows about this person, what he did, the effort he put into that gift, she feels like this person doesn't see or hear her. He feels like he's not getting like flowers for the effort and thought that he put behind this. But the issue is like the points in which they're looking at this are differ. Although if you ask somebody, what do you want to see from a man, right? Effort, thought. He put in a lot of time trying to find this. Like it's not like, hey, this is what I want for myself. It's like somewhere along the line, he thought she showed interest. And she's like, hey, I'm telling you I want this. I'm telling you I want this. And it's probably going over his head. So like the things from a very general perspective are very similar, but how we get into like that end goal is different. And so like what this company was doing was basically saying, hey, we're telling this person that's providing the gift, you don't actually know what you think you know. Let us help you here.
Right.
And so what I've been seeing and what me and my partner have been seeing from like the dating space is that taking your situation, right? That guy might think that looking at your picture, you wanted a comment, right? That's not saying that you put a picture on there that's wrong.
Right.
Like you were like, hey, this is something I'm interested in. This is where I'm at. Here's a full-length picture, blah, blah, blah. This guy might have, for whatever reason, thought whatever he thought. So it could be that there's a communication on like expectations that's different that we need to try to communicate back. And so we're trying to change that piece of that so that instead of you being like writing this guy off and saying, he's just a creep, you give him some kind of verbal cue that, hey, that's inappropriate. I'm not that kind of person. I don't want that kind of comment. But you can continue the conversation if you know how to respond past this point.
I love that.
Yeah, that's ultimately what the goal is. We don't want you had an initial interest in this person. You don't know each other. You don't know each other's interests, backgrounds, personalities, anything like that. You both are shooting blind. We want to give each person equal opportunity, like you would in a real conversation. If I make a dry joke and you're not in a dry humor, you might think I'm not that funny, but the conversation goes on, then you start kind of picking up on who I am. I start picking up on who you are.
Yeah, because we all owe each other some time. That's fine. Like, I don't want to write you off so quickly.
Yes, and that's you said time. That's kind of what the entire app is designed around, not moving so fast. So like we don't have swiping on the app. Like you have to actually go through with more intention, like look through the app. When you're building your profile, like we don't let you enter the dating pool until I think it's about 75% of your app is full, actually filled out. Like we want you to actually give information.
Yeah, because that's a huge thing too. When I'm on dating apps and a guy doesn't have a profile, like you mentioned,
I'm 6'4".
Like, yeah, 6'4" if that matters. 6'4" guess that matters. Yeah, it fucking does.
Which is fair.
Yeah, it fucking does.
What are you besides your height?
But what else?
Yeah. So that's what our goal was, because for me, like going in these dating apps, I'm like, I don't know what any of this is. I was in a relationship for 4 years at that point, and like I know what things were when I was in college. Like I was in college when Tinder first started, and I was like, I know exactly what it was for. It did its job.
Yeah.
But beyond that, I'm like,
hookup app.
Exactly. Are we drinking to that? All right. Perfect. I'll drink to that. It did its job.
It wasn't intentional, but I guess it works. The cheersing to the hookup app.
Oh, okay. I'm pretty sure that's exactly what Tinder was.
No. Tinder was for sure. However, I'm from Los Angeles originally.
Me too.
Oh, you are?
Palos Verdes.
Did we talk about this?
I don't remember. I don't think so. Yeah, me neither.
In LA, which was weird because like it was not a drink fest.
Yeah.
In LA, it did start as a hookup app, but it wasn't so out loud about that. But then when I moved to Houston, that was the first app I did download because I was familiar with it. And it was like Hook Up Central. I was very scared.
So what you're touching on, though, are differences in markets. So like places like LA and New York, they're a city of early adopters. So whatever like a company's like initial philosophy is, LA, New York, they'll probably pick up on that, use it for that. Now, what ends up happening as an app acquires more users, that philosophy and then the function of the app changes over time.
Okay.
And so once it gets down to a place like Houston, we're not a city of early adopters. We're actually what's called late adopters. So after something's been established, there's proof of and evidence of like what the app can do, validity, all that stuff. That's when places like Houston actually pick it up. And so, and it's again, we're in the South, things are more traditional, stuff like that, right? So by then, though, how the apps are being used, the different features that are available, those start getting kind of ingrained and dictated by the people that are on that. So once it gets out here, you're probably seeing what happens after that app has gone down the pipeline. So it might have started altruistic, which Tinder I'm not really sure about, but it might have started off as a way for people to meet. And then over time, it's changed to, oh, yeah, well, shoot, now at 2 o'clock in the morning, I can hit somebody up. And then someone else finds out, like, oh, shoot, at 12 o'clock in the morning, I can find something, like, we can do this. And then over time, that's the branding that it has now. So by the time it gets down here, like, this is a hookup app is what happens. So you moved here when?
In COVID.
During COVID. Yeah. And Tinder launched in what, like 2012?
Yeah.
That's 8 years.
Well, I was in LA. Yeah, you're right. 8 years it had.
Yeah, so by then it's already evolved. Like the entire branding has already shifted.
Yeah, but interesting to think about because like where I was at in my dating, sure, I moved to a new city. I was like down to have fun in dating, but I wasn't in have fun hookup. Yeah. So the dynamic was different because people were coming so hard with that. And have
you looked at our branding though? Because like you said another thing that's also synonymous with our branding is making dating fun again. Like trying to separate hooking up and dating from fun. Like you can date and have fun and not just be looking for hooking up. Like you can go have fun dates. You can
I want to have fun dates.
So those are the things. Like we're not trying to get someone necessarily to the altar. We want you to actually enjoy the process of getting to know someone. And if you hook up, cool, whatever. And maybe that's your goal is to hook up. And maybe your goal is to get married. But you can, like two things can be true. Like you can be on an app and looking for multiple different things, but we don't want you to just instantly assume the app is just for you to be able to maximize volume on, so you can make it a numbers game. Like we don't want that. Like if you're only on the app to say, all right, cool, it's 4 o'clock in the morning, at 3 o'clock in the morning. I don't know how late you stay out. I'm up till forever. But
oh no, my bedtime's like 10 p.m.
I'm just getting started.
No, I'm in bed.
But we don't want people on the app specifically trying to say, all right, it's 1:30. I've had no luck at the bar. Let me just see who's online. Like, that's not
Ew.
what we want, which is a thing on Tinder. Like, that's the thing. And not to even call out Tinder. Like, Tinder's done a lot to make dating apps where they are now. Like, even just opening the market. But that's not our audience. Our audience, and we're also not like the Match.coms or Hinge where we're like, hey, if you're on here, you're trying to go and get married. It's not what we want. Like, dating should be fun. Getting to know people should be fun. Finding out and dating, like, oh no, this person wasn't like for me. That's more of what we want. That's the audience that we want. It's like you go out and like, I'm meeting someone, I made a connection. Let's see where this goes. Let's introduce each other. Let's go actually explore our interests.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go, let me give you a thoughtful date. Let's see what happens. Like, I'm not trying to be like, oh my God, I love you within 30 seconds of us meeting in person.
Yeah.
But it's also like, yeah, if there's something here, let's explore that. And we want you to actually meet about your interests. Like, you guys connected, and we want that gap between what you saw on the app to what you see in person to actually feel like you're someone that you've actually had a conversation with. Because I know for me, there have been multiple times where I meet somebody, like I've met somebody on Tinder or Bumble or whatever other app, and I'm like, yo, I don't know this person. And like, there's like that, it's almost like we're re-meeting each other.
Mm-hmm.
And I know, obviously, we've only talked online, but if we've had conversations for like 3 or 4 days, there are some things that I should be able to pick up on about you. Like, I should be able to pick up on jokes that you're into, like that kind of thing, especially because I'm an extrovert. So like, I read people, like I should be able to understand that. But if I go into having talked to you for a week through some kind of platform and then I meet you and I'm like, I don't recognize this person at all, it's like I'm starting all the way over.
Yeah.
With Wingr, what we want is that you've talked to somebody, it's getting you to that point where you feel familiar. Not that you necessarily know them, because obviously it's still a stranger, but that you feel a little bit familiar and a little bit comfortable enough to actually have a very comfortable interaction in real life.
Wow.
Yeah,
okay. Do you have any... Okay, I have so many questions in my head. One, what's the Houston population like on Wingr dating app?
Houston's about 35-40% of our market right now.
Okay.
Yeah, we have, I can't give away too much, but I'm
asking, if I get on Wingr dating app,
there are people in there.
There are men in Houston.
Absolutely, yeah.
On Wingr dating app.
I've had people who've seen me on the news and then have seen me out in the Heights and say, oh, I've actually been on a few dates. Actually, at that event that you were at, someone hit me up like 2 weeks later and said they met somebody on the app. Yeah. Now, I don't know where it went. I didn't follow up, but yeah.
Now, do you have some sort of guarantee?
Of course not. It's a dating app. And I mean, and we just launched our premium version 3 weeks ago. Okay. But other than that, it's free.
Okay. Oh, I was going to ask you. So it is free.
Yeah. And there's no guarantees in dating.
I know. I was being absolutely facetious.
I know. I got to dig into it, though.
I would love a guarantee. I'm just so tired of the runaround, you know?
Wow, that's part of the fun, though.
No, the runaround isn't fun.
You gotta just learn when to cut the runaround off. Though.
Yeah, I guess that's a personal problem.
All right, we can dive into that.
That's why I keep going into so many situationships.
Oh, that's a boundary thing, though.
Yeah, for sure it is.
That's not where you meet people. That's a boundary thing, though.
I know. All right, moving on.
Oh, shit. No, did I struck a chord? I'm sorry.
No, it's fine. I've outlawed situationships.
As you should,
yeah. So they're not happening anymore.
Ironically, that's like one of the things for me, like, and this is one of the things that you sent up, like asking about like bios and stuff. I've outlawed toxic relationships. I will not do a toxic relationship again.
Good.
Yeah.
Great. Congratulations.
But it all starts with that, right?
Yeah. No, it does. It all starts with yourself.
Yeah.
Okay, I wanted to ask about the price. I wanted to ask about, I guess, the population in Houston, which that's important because I am on a dating app, Raya. And
how do you like Raya, by the way?
So I like it. I do feel like the quality of person that I've been on dates with has been better than the average person on Hinge.
Yep.
I've been on a lot less dates from Raya. I match with a lot less people because it is like worldwide. So on Wingr, is it proximity, like location? How does that work?
Proximity based. So if you are on the free version, it's proximity based. In terms of like you're relegated to like your immediate area. If you go and opt into our paid subscription, you can move around and do all that.
Oh, okay. Okay. So yeah, I mean, I do like Raya. I've had, and by the way, like my overall dating experience in Houston, Texas has been good. Like I don't want to be
You
negative.
Don't sound jaded about it.
Okay, good.
Yeah, that's not
I have been. I have been at times. Like I've definitely been like, oh my god, I'm so over this for sure. But overall, I do have a positive. Like, no, it's fine. Yeah, they weren't for me, but like they're not an asshole. Like that kind of vibe.
Yeah.
But I can totally understand, and so many of my girlfriends are just kind of over it. So I'm interested. I didn't sign up for Wingr after the event. Life gets crazy. And honestly too, I was just talking about on a solo episode that like I've kind of been in a dating drought.
Now, is that because you're
kind of by choice?
Okay. Well, and that's totally understandable. Look,
yeah.
I feel like part of what gets people so burnt out on dating is that they get so quick and tied up into, if I'm not dating someone, then I have to, like, if I'm not dating someone exclusively or this, then I have to be looking. It's like, no, you don't.
No, I haven't been looking for a long time.
Well, I mean, you've been traveling too, so.
I've been traveling. I've been building my brand. Like, I've been working my full-time job. I've been enjoying my dog and fostering other dogs. Like, I've just had a lot of life going on. Yeah. So I've just been like, let me put that to the side for a minute and see what happens naturally. And there's some things happening naturally, but like not...
Yeah.
necessarily quality things.
One of the things I've always told people, and I don't know why people ask me for dating advice, but one of the things I've always given as dating advice is like, how about you focus on the things that you like and then just see who you meet from there.
Yeah.
It's like, and it sounds like not that like dating is like, or meeting someone is like the end goal. It sounds like you just decided that I'm going to focus on the things that I want to do.
Yeah.
Like traveling and your dog and building this awesome brand and all that. That's usually how you will find someone while you're developing these types of things. And that's, again, like it's the idea of like a bio, for example, right? The goal of a bio is to be able to put those things into your bio so that way someone can scan through those and like, there's similarity here. But if you're not doing these things, if all I'm doing, no bio to build.
Exactly. If all I'm doing is like going on dates, I'm like, what do I have to say to have fun? Like,
what do you do? I
do
date.
You do for fun? Yeah.
I'm a serial dater. I'm like, oh.
Cool. Not me.
What
no
else?
Thanks.
What else?
Okay. We might come back to actual like facts or topics, factoids about Wingr dating, but I want to know a little bit more about you. And
I'm not an interesting person at all.
You seem pretty interesting, but I mean, I'm not going to like delve into you personally, but like you're talking to somebody right now. Did that come from an app or dating? I don't know what you want to say, but did that come from an app? Did it meet in person?
We met in person.
Okay.
And we met because I was out with some friends, ran into this girl, and they're like, oh, yeah, y'all should just talk for a second. Like, it wasn't even like, the attempt wasn't to introduce us. It was just like, this is someone else we know.
Okay.
And we just hit it off, and then...
Love a real life moment. I know we're like, go Wingr dating app, but love a real life moment.
But, well, I mean, just a quick tie-in. Someone did introduce us. Like, someone else did.
Yeah.
Which is... with Wingr, we can go back to that later. But like someone did introduce us. It wasn't like I just saw this person like I'm gonna go talk to you.
Wait, on Wingr, can you recommend people? Go into it now.
Oh yeah, that's the entire like basis of this.
Go into it now.
Oh, I don't have
no. Just tell me about it.
So with Wingr, like the name Wingr is a play on wingman, and so it's your friends can go in, go through profiles, look at profiles, know who you are. They can actually suggest profiles to you. You can have the entire conversation like within Wingr. That was actually why I brought up, like, have you ever given your phone to someone to look at? That was the tie-in, is that they can you can have this entire interaction between you and your friends, whoever you invite to be on there for you within Wingr. You can make it anonymous, so that way no one knows that they're doing this for you. Or there's a feature on the paid side where they can actually hype you up and, like, say things about you and, like, their thoughts to make you stand out to other profiles.
How cool.
Yeah. So, but I mean, if you think about it, like when you go to a bar, I don't know any guy that just goes to a bar by himself to just go hit on girls. Like no one does it. So I was like, hey, you want to go out? Oh, like, hey, look, there's 2 girls right there. Let's go say something to them. Or I like this one. Take one for the team. It's not really their type.
Yeah.
And you go talk.
That happens.
And so, but usually you have that support system behind you. And so we allow for that to like actually happen on the app. So that way there's not as much pressure on you. And the other thing, too, is that a lot of times your friends and family, whoever you bring on, they know your blind spots. So if you're someone who has a history of dating red flags or dating toxic people, they can say, hey, maybe not this person. And it's like, oh, this person's similar. Because, again, like people, humans are creatures of habits.
I feel like you're talking at me right now.
I'm talking from my own perspective, man. Like, this is I've been there, done that. So
yeah,
I know how it goes.
Central.
Yeah. And so it helps, again, like, our goal is to encapsulate the entire dating process. And it's more than just swipe, 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 swipe. Like, that's not actually how dating happens. That gamifies dating. That takes away, like, at that point, it's a numbers game. You're not actually even looking at a profile to see if you're genuinely interested in this person. You're waiting for someone to hit you back. So you get this little dopamine hit and you're like, someone likes me. You're looking for validation. That's not the same thing. You're not choosing, you're waiting to be chosen and then seeing from that pool of people that have chosen you, is there something that you like? That's why the results and people, like, satisfaction rates of like these dating apps, like, no one's satisfied because they're not actually trying to find what they want. They're waiting to see who likes me and then I will pick from that.
Right.
That's not
well, that is an actual feature, I think, on one of either Bumble or Hinge. You can
all of them. You can see who's liked you.
Yeah.
But even before you get to that point, because those are hidden, it's most people just do this. Like, there's a reason why swiping like this is like it's a very intuitive motion. You just do this, even from being from right to left. Like, I mean, like, that's just what you associate with it. For us, like, you actually have to scroll through and click. Like, that's actually why Hinge also has a similar functionality with that, is that you can't just mindlessly scroll through things.
I like that.
And if you look through anything that we use, any type of social media platform, mindless scrolling happens and something grabs your attention. You're on it for like 5 seconds and you keep on scrolling. But there's no actual pause. There's no look. There's no dissection, none of that. And so we're trying to get people away from that habit, because that ends up translating into what happens in real life. Like, if you're stuck in this habit and you've been doing this for an hour, 2 hours, whatever, it's very easy to be like, oh, I don't like this person's shoes, bye. Like, you start doing it. I even think on Black Mirror, like on Netflix, like, there's a whole episode like dedicated to people like swiping off of people like in real life. And it's like, people are more nuanced than that. Some people are awkward in that first 30 seconds. Like, you have no idea what's going to happen in the conversation.
If anyone is hesitant to like really go after a dating app that like two men created, what do you say to that? And I have to say, like, just sitting across from you, like, I'm buying what you're selling. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm liking what you're saying. Yeah. You seem really insightful. What would you say? Just because I know Bumble was created by a woman, and that's like a big to do.
I would say just be skeptical, but be open, and because you don't know where you're going to meet someone at. That's the first thing I would say. But also look at reviews that we have. Understand, like, a lot of these design features. We've done a lot of studies and have had a lot of input from women, period. Like, a lot of the features that we roll out, like, we're working on right now a safety feature where women can share their locations when going on a date, because going on a first date with a woman, like, for a woman, is way more dangerous than a guy.
Yeah,
like 100%.
Yeah.
But one of the issues is that if you have an iPhone and I have an Android, how are you going to share your location with me? So we're working on ways the way you can actually, like, share this location agnostic of someone's phone or any kind of device and say, hey, look, here's where I'm going. And they can see from start to finish where you're going within a date. And as soon as you turn it off, there's going to be like a safety password that goes in between both people. So that way no one can just get in your phone and know the password. You can share this so that way they know you're safe at all times.
Okay.
Because you're meeting a stranger. It's still somebody you met on the internet.
No, it's absolutely terrifying.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so we just like do it.
So I would say, take that thoughtfulness into account. Like, when we're looking at like the features that we're rolling out, take those types of things and just give it a shot. I mean, if it's not for you, it's not for you. Like, we're not going to be everybody's cup of tea, and that's okay. I mean, it also doesn't call like, you don't have to pay for Wingr.
I mean, no, I am actually thinking about, I've been just like intentionally thinking like, haven't really been dating too much. I do enjoy Raya. I do think it's like good quality.
I've heard good things about Raya.
Yeah.
I have some
but
friends
it is like
Raya,
less, less, it's quantity over quality for sure, which I'm fine with, but I haven't been on Hinge or Bumble in like probably close to a year at this point. And I've just been kind of thinking like, maybe it's time to get back on an app. We are pro sex toys on Adultish Wines, whether it's for solo play, partner play, gift for a friend. I mean, I can personally vouch for Adam and Eve. I bought a sex toy or 20. Adam and Eve is giving Adultish listeners a spankin' deal. See what I did there? You get 50% off of one item, 3 special bonus gifts, 6 free movies, and free shipping. And free discreet shipping, by the way. Go to adamandeve.com to get 50% off the one item, 3 free gifts, 6 free movies, and free shipping. That's ADULTISH at adamandeve.com. I'm going to try Wingr.
What's like, as a dating app owner, what's stopping you from meeting someone in real life too?
No, nothing. I mean,
Okay.
nothing is stop. No, I'm open to that. I'm so
Gotcha,
open to
okay.
that.
You're just not running into what you want.
I'm not running into what I want, and just
Busy,
but also men have said like that they're intimidated by me. So like I don't get approached too often. My DMs are on fire, but like nobody's doing anything about it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
That's always something that we hear. Like anytime we've done any kind of focus group or anything, it's like I don't understand why like a guy won't come talk to me in person. And it's like it's always I'm intimidated. And it's like no.
And I'm not saying this about myself. I think I am the least intimidating person. Maybe it has something to do with my height. Maybe it has something to do with my tattoos. Maybe it has something to do with I'm very outspoken. I'm loud. I have a big laugh. Like I don't know. Pick whatever it is you want to be your excuse.
Yeah.
But what I do know is like men typically, first of all, white men certainly are not approaching me. White men do not approach me. And that's fine. I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
Stay away. I'm just kidding.
Well.
No, I don't. I've actually never dated a white guy.
Yeah.
But and it's fine. They're not approaching me because I'm not their cup of tea. So that's okay. But like, yeah, I'm like, okay, I need to like rejigger some things, re-get back into the game.
Yeah.
So I'm going to try Wingr.
I would say give it a shot. I mean, again, it's going to cost you 10 seconds just to go through and download it at worst. I mean, at best, you fall in love with it. You pay for it. You see more people.
At worst, I try it, and it's just kind of the same rigmarole run around, and I'm not interested in maybe I'm just not in the mood for a dating app right now, and that's fine.
Or just dating in general, too, is the other thing.
No, I'm interested in dating. Date me.
You can't get more direct than that. All right. Well, in that case, get on Wingr. Find what you're looking for. Give us your money. Open it up to the entire country.
No,
Find
see,
everywhere.
I'm not opposed to dating long distance. Okay. I've never been. But I would say that my friends, if my friends are on there saying things about me or they would say something to you, they're like, stop being okay with dating out of your location. I'm too open-minded, I think they would say.
I don't agree with that. I would say just make sure you're being realistic about what is going to happen with long distance, right?
Oh, for sure. That's my problem because I'm, delusional.
Oh. Well, that's a different story. That's a whole different conversation.
It's like if we like each other, make it work. You're in San Diego. I'm here. You're in New York. I'm here. We got this.
So that's the thing, though, right? So I understand that.
Write me a letter, a postcard, send me something in the mail.
Smoke signals and
all of it. Yeah.
The problem is that, so again, if you look at like how dating is set up now and all the things that go into dating, like, all the social media platforms, all the different avenues that people feel connected to you with, it makes it that much easier to be like, it's just too much effort. And that's part of the issue. When you feel like you can reach out to 1 million people, one person who says one thing that makes you slightly agitated, and you're like, why am I doing this?
Yeah.
But I've got millions of,
For sure.
It's
I think
all
that
perception. It's not, you actually have millions of people. And so that's one thing, if you ever look at like guys who are like, oh, there's all these women on here, right? Like the experiences are vastly different from men versus women. For women, it's, you have access to all these people who are in your DMs, but in terms of you trying to get quality, they might not line up to what you want.
They're not.
Conversely, for men, there are all these people who are on this platform, but it's like, but do you actually have access to that? Like you can see them.
Yeah.
You can read about them. You can think you know things about them. But can you actually like meet this person? Can you see this person?
Right.
Will they respond to you? Like, I mean, if you look on Instagram, there's like all these things like this guy's talking to himself. This guy's talking to himself. And he's like sending 30, 40 messages over the course of a year. Like that guy doesn't actually have, he can send you a message. But functionally, does he have access to you? No. Of course not. He doesn't know where you are, what you're doing.
No,
you're not responding. He can't get a hello out of you.
Yeah.
But that perception of I can reach out and touch this person is like, that's what you think. In fact, you can't. And so like that makes people, from what we've seen, too quick to, I'll just write this off and I'll just do it again. It's all good. I'll find something in like the next 3 or 4 days. And it's like, that's not true. Like human connection is very hard to replace. And you actually do feel the absence of human connection. And there's also a reason why like the increases in depression, anxiety, people feeling lonely, there are reasons for these things. It's because we have all these inputs of connection, but the output is that you don't feel connected because you're not actually connecting to people. And that's a huge issue right now that's plaguing society. I'm not trying to sound deep at all. I swear.
I don't know. It sounds like it in a very compliment.
Okay.
Very deep.
Yeah.
I like it.
Thank you.
Kind of the whole everything.
Oh, appreciate
it. Good insight.
We study this a lot, constantly. Human psychology is a huge thing for me. Like, you have to understand.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
I should have allotted more time for this conversation, but I didn't. So we're like nearing the end. I know it feels like 2 seconds, but
it's been 50 minutes already.
Yeah, we're close.
Oh, that's crazy.
So it's time for your wine of the week. Wine of the week.
Shit, I wasn't ready for that one. I was having such a great. This actually turned my whole week around. Like, I was like, shoot, like this has actually been a great time.
Well, great. That's definitely the feeling that I want you to have when you come to.
I wouldn't even hard. It was great. Yeah, cheers to you. Amazing host. I've been on several podcasts.
Thanks.
Yeah, great.
I appreciate you.
And then, can I make a shout out to who introduced us?
Yes.
Right, yeah. That's what he said. Appreciate this. This is Natalie. This is
Natalie Vaughn.
100%. Thank you.
You're welcome. I mean, not you're welcome.
Oh wait, yeah, I'm welcome too though. But
I mean, thank you, Natalie.
Yeah, appreciate that. It was a great connection you made.
Yes.
Wine of the week.
Something that's pissing you off.
Oh fuck.
Something that your son did.
Oh no, my son's great.
Something that well, I don't want you to say anything negative about the girl you're dating. I don't want to cause a fight.
She hadn't pissed me off either.
Good. Work. Humanity. Grocery store.
Humanity for sure. All right, so the thing that's been pissing me off, I guess, is more of I've been on this brink of deciding if I'm going to buy a new house or keep renting. Just 'cause I'm doing my son's in like this great school, had to apply to be there, all this stuff, right?
Okay.
I feel like everything has been pushing me out of this house, and like this week it was like 4 or 5 things just all went wrong on the same day, and I had to go drop off my car to the car shop, and then like all this shit just piled on. I sit there and I was like, damn, I'm 35 years old and I just really want somebody just like to talk shit right now just so I can let out this aggression somewhere. And the utility companies and my
fuck them.
Oh, horrible. I had to raise my voice to someone on the phone finally for them, and then like had to pull out a bunch of emails and be like, no, this is how this goes. This is all these things. I was like, I kid you not, I would literally go to the city with this. I was like, I'm not this person, but I will do this right now. I was like, I will drink a fucking energy drink right now and just like, I will waste my time. Like, I got so many more important things to do, and this isn't that much, but I was like, I will waste my time just because I don't like that you just said y'all changed this last week and now it's up to me. Like, no, there was no notification. My mail hasn't run since you guys made this decision. If you stick to this, you are about to make a huge, huge mistake. And she said, well, I can't do anything. I was like, cool, I'm going to call your boss. She's like, you don't have my boss's number. And I was like, I have your boss's personal number. I'm going to call her right now. And I called her, and she tried to side with the person who was talking to me. And I said, you realize that me and you spoke like 6 months ago, right? And she said, yeah. And I said, okay, I'm going to pull everything up. This conversation lasts more than 10 minutes. I'm going to literally go down to the city and I'm going to bring everything in here. I'll bring my lawyers, all this stuff. And she goes, fine, we'll do this, this, and this, but stop bringing up the past and blah, blah, blah. It's like, this was like a month ago.
Stop bringing up the past. It's facts.
The last communication was a month ago. This isn't the past. This is relevant. Like, you need to come take care of this. This was utility? Utilities and land. I was like, y'all need to come take care of this right now. Like, I'm not going to sit here in like another 10 minutes. They fixed it immediately. Okay, immediately. It was within 30 minutes.
But like the action that you had to do all of fucking this?
For an hour. And I was just like, yo, and this is, an hour's not a lot of time, right? But it's like, this is the end of my day. I've been up since 5:30 and I go do something, and all of a sudden, like, all these things aren't working. I was like, why is this?
Yeah.
Like, take care of this.
No, it's not about the hour, and it's quite literally just about the principle of it. Like, you always say these phone calls are recorded or these things are in email.
They don't. Oh. That's the wild part. This company does not. And I said, hey, and they try to say, oh, this didn't happen, and I've got all this. I was like, ma'am, I have 2 cell phones. I run my business from this one that you're talking to me from, and your number is saved. I don't save numbers. And I went through and listed off 2 of their employees. One of them was a supervisor who's no longer there. They're like, oh, she doesn't work here. I was like, I know. She stopped working at the start of July. Her last communication was June 27th at 10:31. I have the call log when I called her at 10:32.
Here's what I have to say about this. Like, Capricorn, you said you're renting right now?
Yeah, for sure.
I just bought my home. few months ago. It's the best thing I've ever done, but like also it just doesn't get better. Like as a homeowner.
My girlfriend's a realtor and she's trying to sell me a house.
No, like do it. Do it. So rewarding, so amazing. I love it. I love my home so much.
Mm-hmm.
But like
whatever your town. If you know, you can tell me later.
Can't
say.
You
tell me later. Yeah. Hey,
love it.
Sorry,
but like,
public.
Yeah, sorry, public. You can't have access to me.
No access for y'all. No.
But no, it's hard. Like I'm doing those things on my own.
To your audience. Like I instantly hate it that I did that. That's not so all right.
That's your wine of the week.
A year ago we were on I think KHOU early in the morning. And the interviewer said something. I'm not going to say it again because like it followed me for like a year to the point my kid was saying this.
Oh no!
I was like, that felt like the exact same thing is going to happen now.
The finger wag.
Yeah. Because I went to Moonshine Deck, which is like down the street from where we were at, and I walked in, and they're like, "Oh, I saw you on this show," and like it just would fall. It followed me.
Okay,
for
you
an
have to tell me that fair.
I will. I'll show you the clip. It's on my thing. I'll show you the clip. It's crazy.
Okay. Last words to the whiners. Where can they find you? The app. Where All
right. So
where do you want them to contact you?
Anywhere and everywhere. My Instagram is Howard_Jerome. If you guys have any questions, feel free to hit me up. We're also on Wingr Dating. You can find us on TikTok, Instagram, X, I think. Yeah, X as well. Our website is wingr_dating.com. Wingr_dating.com.
WINGR.
WINGR. Yes.
Okay.
Yes. We're on Android. We're on Apple. Find us on there. Find us everywhere.
Okay. Yeah. And a final cheers. Thanks for coming on. Good to see you again.
You as well.
And to future work and collaborations.
Yes,
love you, whiners. See you next week. Bye.